So it's the final day in the transfer window. There's going to be so much going on this entire day. We have some big talking points. Endo Fernandez, Jorginho, and Conor Gallagher are the three main talking points in today's video. Now, obviously, if you did see in the news, Chelsea and Benfica have pretty much agreed. Now, we're not going to say it's fully done until Fabrizio says, here we go on this player. But the fact is that most likely Chelsea and Benfica have made an agreement for about 115 million, which means this will be the most expensive player for Chelsea ever. Benfica obviously going to reap benefits with this, even though they have been having a stellar season and probably wanted to keep Enzo. It makes total sense for them to actually sell this player because they can reinvest this into other players and their entire club itself to bring players in the next transfer window, which again makes total sense. Now, with him coming in though, that means Chelsea most likely will have to get rid of a player. There were talks yesterday about Conor Gallagher going to possibly Everton for about 40-45 million, which yes, that's quite a bit for this player, but there is a lot of potential for this player yet to do well at Chelsea. And I think it'd almost be 50-50 if we got rid of this player, because we've obviously seen other players that come through our club play semi-decent and then play well once they left this club. And even last year when he went to Crystal Palace, we saw what this player can do when he's given time. Yes, maybe Graham Potter doesn't want to utilize this player, but still to have him come off the bench for the rest of this season makes total sense. So hopefully we do keep on to him. But if we sell him for 45, then obviously some of that will go towards Enzo Fernandez's deal, which again does make sense for Chelsea to make that type of deal. But I would hate to see Conor Gallagher go already without really proving himself as a Chelsea player, because I still think he can do it as a Blue. Now, the last player is Jorginho, who seems to be set on going to Arsenal. And this one I'm kind of okay with, because if he doesn't get sold this transfer window, he will then leave for free at the end of this year during the summer, which if we can get something back for him, it makes total sense. And same thing, if Enzo's coming in, we obviously do not need Jorginho. Yes, we could use him for some depth, but still, it makes total sense for us to, again, offload some of these players because we already have so many midfielders. We've brought in quite a few players during this January transfer window, and therefore we do have to offload some players because Graham Potter cannot play all these guys, because we will be fully fit for the most part. Maybe Conte and maybe Mendy, but he's not going to start anyways because Kepa has been starting between the sticks. So really, our squad is going to be at full max. Reece James has been training. Chilwell's been training. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, just to name a few players that have been back in training. Fofana even. So again, we have all these players that really Graham Potter has to do something with them. The board has to do something with them. And therefore, again, if Jorginho does want to leave this window, he's done stellar performance at Chelsea, hands down. He definitely deserves an applause for his last match if it does happen before. Actually, it wouldn't, because tomorrow is the last day, but he deserves applause the next time he comes to the bridge, because he's done a fabulous job at Chelsea and deserves it. So even if he were to go to Arsenal, which again is another London club, I would have no hate towards this player, because again, he's put his heart, his soul at this club his entire time he's been there, and deserves to have another shot, another club to play more and more and more, which at Arsenal, he could suit fairly well. I think Arteta could get something out of this player, but this all does ride on Enzo Fernandez, which seems to be almost across the finish line. I think we're at like 99% of this happening. I'm sure at some point today we will see that here we go. And therefore, again, Chelsea will break the bank for this player and possibly maybe another player. Caicedo, I'm not too sure if that's going to happen, but we will see how the rest of the day does turn out. It's going to be hectic. It's going to be crazy. So much money is going to be blown today from not only Chelsea, but obviously every club, because there's other clubs that need to bolster their team as well. So we'll see how much is spent. My prediction by the end of this transfer window is going to be easily over $1 billion, and the most of that's going to come from Chelsea, which is kind of comical, but still we need some of these players coming in. So that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that, and I will see you in our next video.